Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob, and today I shall be attempting to take this Corgi Junior's Range Rover from shabby to shiny. The biggest problem with this car, of course, it has no wheels. Well, you could say it got one. It's got the steering wheel, but yeah, not much of a roller, this old Range Rover. And this is part of an unboxing. If you hang around towards the second part of this video, there is a huge unboxing from our friend Barry, who has sent us a number of boxes now. So yeah, very fortunate and thankful again to Barry to for sending all of these cars. There must be, I don't even know, it must be 50 or 60 cars. So but this one, it needed a nice bit of work, and of course finding the right set of wheels, well, that was key. But I hope you like this one. Little minor custom, but of course with 2,000 likes it could be yours. So yeah, doesn't roll very well, and I actually went through a few different sets of wheels to get something that would actually fit. Being an off-roader, and I'm not too sure what wheels this would have had initially, but I thought that I could have got away with a decent set of wheels, but actually I had to scale it down a bit. But yeah, it does read underneath there, Corgi Junior's Range Rover Police. Now I'm not going to restore this back to a police car today, but I'm going to keep it in the same genre. Keep it as an emergency vehicle. I'm going to go with an ambulance today. But I've removed the flange on both of these rivets. The post is too small for me to drill and tap today. But the interior there, and the glass section here, there's a tiny little crack, but it's hardly visible. But the rest of it's in good condition. A little bit of a polish up, and that'll look as good as new. Same again with the base, just a bit of a clean, and yeah, a little bit of grime here and there, but that comes off no problem with a bit of warm water. This main casting though, certainly a lot of paint peel, as you can see just there, look. The paint just wants to come off. It wants to be repainted today. At first I thought this was like an overpaint that was coming off, but no, I believe this is the original. So of course the caustic soda solution is going to make easy work of this one today. But yeah, she goes into the foot-long hot dog jar, covered in boiling water, and then in comes that tablespoon of caustic soda. But giving it a little swishy swish, and already I think you can start to see paint kind of floating around in that water. But we'll keep it to one side so that we don't have to breathe in any of these harmful gases, and clean up the plastics. And the base there, nice and clean, that's ready to go back on. Same again with this interior. I thought about painting it, but quite liked that it had a bit of a colour on the inside. To be fair, it's hardly visible, especially through this blue coloured window section today. But I got my plastic polish here, and it's, to be fair, it's very passable as it was. But hey, we've got it apart, why not give it a polish? And there we are. If I do that all over, that will look pretty nice. But yeah, this has been in the solution for all of 5 minutes. And as you can see, all the paint has gone. This is a 100% paint removal today, so thumbs up from me. Don't you love a 100% paint removal? Hey, comment down below. 100% paint removal. Just so I know you've watched this part. Let's see how many comments we can get. So the Dremel Micro making easy work of this. I've just got to now finish it all over. And then we go on to the Tamiya Fine Surface Primer in white. And look at that, looks brand new. Looked actually really good unpainted, but of course we do need that white paint back on it today. And there we are, already looking brand new. But we'll put this to one side to dry, and then come in with the Vallejo Premium range in just a solid white. And then with this paint we'll actually get a nice shine to it. Once this dries, I do go over with a clear coat just to lock it all in. But yeah, do let me know, how are you guys doing at home? I'm still working from home. I have no idea when I'm going to be going back to the office, but you know, it's working, so. But yeah, it's starting to lift, isn't it? You know, getting back to a little bit of normality, which is nice. But anyway, we've got the interior parts there looking good. This is the Red Cross decals I'm going to be putting on the casting today. But yeah, look at that lovely bit of shine from the clear coat. And I'll add some further details off camera. But yeah, don't tell my youngest son I borrowed some wheels off of a car that he had. And yeah, I think they're a good size and shape and all that for this car today. But yeah, this is how it turned out. So I think quite the transformation. I think these wheels really suit it, kind of, and I think it really brings up. It's almost like this casting could have come out today, you know. But the Red Cross on the side there, of course, coming around the back, nice and clean and red in those rear lights. Coming back around the side again, I think just perfect fitment for these wheels. Just got a tiny little bit of poke on there, and yeah, you know, it rolls really well. There's just enough gap, but it looks like it's lowered, so perhaps it's on airbags, you know, as these Range Rovers can be. But a little bit of chrome in those front headlights, and of course the Red Cross on the bonnet there. But please do remember, with 2,000 likes it could be yours. So let this take this opportunity to thank my amazing patrons. Thanks a lot, guys. And for everybody else, I hope you like this one. Get liking, get commenting, and I'll see you soon. But yeah, stick around now for the unboxing. Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage unboxing video, where today we have a big boy. I've run a knife through the top of it, and I find a note. Hi Rob, I hope you and your family are staying safe, matey. In this box is a selection of vehicles for you to either restore or use for spare parts. I'm sure you will find the time to do up the better ones a lot sooner than I ever will. Love watching your videos on YouTube. Keep up the good work. Barry. Thank you very much again, Barry. I think this is either the third or fourth box now that Barry has very kindly sent to us here, and this must be the biggest one yet. So let me just pour this out. So indeed, it's very well packed. I think what I'm going to do is get rid of all the packaging, line everything up, and then we can go through it all together. We have a lot here today, guys, so I'm going to just try and thrash through this, and yeah, we've got quite a bit to get through. So let's start from over here. Of course, we've got a pair of Scammell heavy wreck trucks. Of course, one is in better condition than the other. If only my, there you go, camera will actually have a look at this. Looks like, I don't know if we're missing something off the top here, but of course even though we're missing a couple of bits from this one, looks like the truck over here has some spares, so yeah, that's a good possibility. We've got 3 Volkswagen, I think, kind of trucks, different variances from emergency to video equipped to paramedic response. Wouldn't mind doing like a kind of, I guess, like a camper version of one of these. I've got, you may see over here, we got a Matchbox plane there. We got 3 of these SB4 Mirage F1s. Unfortunately, it looks like we have missing, you know, the window section or the little canopy from the front for the pilot. This one is quite cool. I like this. What's this? Made in Hong Kong. Cragston, I think is the brand. Yeah, unfortunately missing some parts, but you never know. Perhaps between all of these planes we can come up with something that goes together. A Zilmex, never seen a Zilmex branded airplane before, but that is pretty cool. Needs some replacement bits and pieces, some kind of landing gear, but you know, again, I'm sure we can pick it off one of or several of others. This is a Sky Master. It's another Zilmex. Don't even know which way this goes around. I'm going to guess it actually goes this way. Perhaps it should have had a propeller on the back here. That might be something that I need to Google. Looks quite interesting. This is a Matchbox, an SB7, and unfortunately we've got half a prop missing, and I'm assuming like a window piece here. And this is the same. This is an SP8. We're in the same position with that one. And then last, this is Junkers JUS8. I've never done a plane before. I need to, but I need to put a research into these. This is the last one of the planes. This is a Corsair K70. I know the car called a Corsair. Is that made by Chevrolet, I think? And it's a rear-engined one. I think it's one of those Marmite ones where you love or hate the Corsair, but I think it's a great-looking car. Okay, so this is an ambulance. No brand, made in China. Missing a couple of bits, but these kind of things certainly could be potential for spares, you know, for the wheels perhaps on larger scale cars that I do restore or modify, but you know, can never get hold of larger scale aftermarket wheels, so something like that I might have to use. This is a Class combine harvester. That's a lovely toy. You know, these are the kind of ones, these larger toys especially, they certainly don't make them like that anymore. And here we have a Welly brand Mercedes-Benz E320. I've had one of these myself in silver. My wife absolutely hated it when we were driving around. Oh, that was a great car. Here we have by Maisto. This one is a Lamborghini Diablo. One of the cars, you know, being an 80s born child. Of course, I had the Countach as well, but the Diablo, that was certainly one that I had up on my wall, you know, growing up. Just a beautiful car. Pick up a Penguin. In the UK, at least, I don't know where else in the world, but the Penguin is a small chocolate and biscuit bar, normally found in children's lunch boxes for home. And yeah, we have them here, and both of my children love a Penguin. And this is, of course, a container, a shipping container, and this is scaled to a 20-foot container. And I'm in shipping, my day job, and so this is quite interesting to see something that actually, you know, I get to see in the real world, but just a very, very much smaller scale version of it. It's a shame we don't have a trailer. Perhaps I do have somewhere that will suit. So we have, is that a pair? Kind of. They are both Corgis. Simon Snorkel fire engines. And unfortunately we're missing the ladders on those. A couple of tractors, these are Matchbox. It looks like someone's had a bit of a chew up on this tyre, perhaps a naughty doggy. I've never done one of these, and perhaps to come up with some ideas for one of those. This is the Commuter, isn't it? This is the Freeman inner city Commuter, and I have I guess restored one of these not too long ago, a few months ago, back to original. And yeah, this one has been painted in a very unusual kind of hearing aid beige colour. I don't even know where this paint would have come from. You know, you find that children paint their little cars with their parents or their mums, I would hope, nail varnish, but you wouldn't have nail varnish this colour, would you? Skin coloured nails, that look very odd. Here's another Matchbox. This one is a fire pumper truck, and yeah, we're missing quite a bit on the front there and on the back, but for spares, this one I'd done one of these a long time ago, a Volkswagen. The window section is in there, but it's fallen down. We are missing the engine, which has this huge scoop on the top, but I might have some spares to restore that. Made in China, a tanker. Do you know what? I've got one of these which is in lovely condition, and a couple of others that I need to dig out, but this is a forklift Matchbox. Very cool. This is a Corgi, a mobile crane. So it looks like we are just missing the actual ladder part. This is another Corgi, it's a cement mixer, so we're missing the cement mixer barrel there. Well, this is lovely. It doesn't have any wheels, but I'm looking at it. Ah, okay. So this is a Range Rover Police. Now, I don't really have any police decals, but I've got other emergency decals, like I'm just thinking off the top of my head, perhaps if I was to restore this one, put some other wheels on it, and I've got some like red crosses, you know, for like as an ambulance. So that might be of interest to do today. As you know, I like to, when I receive these all these cars for an unboxing, of course I massively appreciate it, and I have to go through all these, and I've got boxes for Corgi, boxes for Matchbox, boxes for Hot Wheels, boxes for all the different brands, and then I try to keep eras and styles together, so that as and when I restore or customize. I've got these spare parts here, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, I think I lost mid train of thought going through that, but that's just what I do. But as a mark, I don't have many marks. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I like to then, you know, on top of just only an unboxing video, is actually restore one of these cars or customize one of these cars or do something, you know. And this one, it could be it today. It could be it, but we'll see. I do like this though. This is made in Hong Kong. It's a Mark's Toys, and that is lovely. It's just dirty. I don't know. Is that rust? It could be rust, which would be unusual. Engines here. Looks like a couple of tips for the exhaust has come off the back, but I can replace those, no problem. My guess is that there could have been a driver in there. Looks like it's broken out, but you know, we could perhaps replace that. Of course, we're missing some wheels, but I'd want to replace those wheels anyway. So that's definitely a maybe. That's definitely maybe. This is lovely though. This is a K24 Lamborghini Miura. Regularly, and I've got a couple of these. We are missing the cover here, but usually the whole thing is missing, so that's quite nice to see. Unfortunately, we do have a broken windscreen there. See that crack right down there, but I do have a couple of these, so you know, maybe I've got another one that is, I don't know, in better condition perhaps, but then this is just paint, I can get that off, but it's missing this part, so you know, that's where Barry has obviously mentioned, if you need them for spares, you know, have at it. So this is a Datsun 126, and I don't think I've done one of these yet. I do have a couple of these, but for some reason, I don't know whether it's because I've got one that's really good condition, and of course with that I just don't want to do anything with it, but having one that needs work, and I think I've got another one that is missing this on the back as well, so yeah, I need to come up with something to do with that. This is a Dodge Charger Mark III. It's a funky looking car. Of course we're missing the windscreen here. What's his name? The Hot Wheels guy, you know, the what's his HW? I can't remember the channel. I know there was one of these restored within the last few months, but yeah, that's a pretty funky car. This is Rollermatics. This one is the number 35 Fandango. Let's see if it still works. A lot of these Rollermatics have all broken. Of course, it should have a tab on one of the rear wheels, which turns. You probably won't see it. Basically, a little cog that will, of course, turn this kind of engine fan on the back. And I have not too long ago, a couple of months ago. Do I have it to hand? No, but I did paint up one of these, and it actually turned out really nice, I thought, anyway. Got a Corgi. Just says made in Great Britain, but yeah, we're missing, I think, the scoop on the front there. Oh, this is lovely. So this is another Rollermatics. Let's see whether this one works. Yeah, she still works, just about. And regularly, I've got a couple of these, and they're sometimes missing a little fella there. They're usually missing the decal, and these fans on the back are always broken. But with the couple that I do have, I could probably put together now a complete car and repaint it. That's a lovely colour, that red. Don't know about putting together, you know, the old style decal. Might have to come up with an upgraded solution. Danny's Diecast Disasters. I'm sure he restored or customised one of these months ago now, probably 6 months ago. But yeah, I'll have to re-watch that video for some inspiration, I think. Lamborghini Marzal. Look at the state of this one. Of course, it's the axle has either come out of or it's just totally snapped inside there. But like all of these Marzals, the window section is broken. We're broken on this side, and on this side. I've probably had 10 of these, and I think out of all 10 I might have had only 1 or 2 with intact window sections. So yeah, if you get one with a window intact, keep hold of it. That's the one to restore. But that one, well, I enjoy restoring those, so I will do another one of those again sometime in the future. Who knows how long I'm going to be here on YouTube for? It could be years, and with that, hundreds more cars to come. But this one, unsure what this one is. I think it's obviously a newer, probably China-made car. Oh, this is a lovely banger, I think. Oh, big banger. And I've never restored one of these. I think probably the larger scale wheels put me off, trying to find something that would be suitable. Of course, this one's missing the engine there, but I've got a couple of those, and I thought it would be missing the window there, but it is there, and it's not broken, so that could be something to play with. So here we have a Corgi, so Ferrari 308 GTS, and unfortunately we've got a broken windscreen on this one. I have customised one of these before, a while ago now. It was for a commission. Turned out very nice. If I remember rightly, I painted this one in white. It was a triple Ferrari video, and yeah, I think I've done that one in white. But that was about a year ago now. We have here a Matchbox refuse truck. I've never done one of these. I don't know why I haven't. No real reason. I guess I just prefer doing, you know, your standard cars. But eventually I'm going to run out of those, and we'll have to start doing stuff like this. Because, you know, to keep doing the same thing over and over again, keeping things fresh, you need to do something like this. I like this. This is lovely. Corgi, made in Great Britain, DC Comics. So I don't think I've got any DC comic Corgis. I'll have to have a look. But how lovely is that? Wonder Woman from 1979. That decal intact there. It's not in terrible condition. Of course, the only problem is this window is broken. And I must admit, I've seen the Wonder Woman programs. I don't know whether this is a good representation of Wonder Woman. She looks very strong there, but I don't know. But that's a very cool car though. Here we have the Mercedes M-Class. I was actually looking at one of these recently as a personal vehicle. The newer shape to this one, to be honest, but this is very cool. Unfortunately, we're missing a couple of bits, but again, for those wheels on a larger scale, could come in very handy. So this is lovely. This has got some real weight to it. This is a Rover 3500 or 3500 or 3500, made in Great Britain, a Corgi. So this is a XXX, and it looks to me like it's had a, well, someone must have stamped on it to have, you know, this is solid, this car. So that's, you know, it's not just a little child just walking on this. That must have been really hammered or stamped on to break that. Unfortunately, we're missing the front half of the windshield here. The A-pillars have overlapped, but, you know, with a little bit of heat and a small hammer, we could probably bring that back up, bring those A-pillars in, glue them back, but at the same time we are missing the rear hatch. We are missing part of that window section, so perhaps this is a parts car, but otherwise that's a real shame. I've only just recently, is that open? Maybe it's the other side. Oh, there you go, look. So this would have had a 3.5 litre V8 a lot of UK hot rods using that little engine, and I did not too long ago customise a little one. So this is the little version, and to have a larger version go alongside would have been nice, but you know, oh, we're missing as well the dash, steering wheel. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out for another one, and maybe with the two together we can have a complete one. This is a number 64 Fire Chief, and again I've got one of these in almost near mint condition, and I thought it was a brand new car, but yeah, I need to restore one as well. It's a real funky looking thing. I think it's American styled, but perhaps not a real car, but I do like it. So this is an old one. This is an early Lesney, an 8-wheel crane number 30. We're missing half a wheel there, and the hook from the crane, but otherwise I think I've got a couple of these. Again, it's one of those ones where I've never restored or customised before, and I need to. This is a little trailer. Looks like we're unfortunately broken off half of the front end here. It's a Lesney 1979, but it's got some later wheels, and it would have had something on there. Unsure what, unfortunately. But yeah, that's one perhaps just for the wheels now, because yeah, it looks like it's been snapped in half, this one. So here we have a little Husky. It's a Ford F350 truck, and I like these little things. They're very lightweight, but everything, well, apart from the toe here, which I think I've got a couple of these, so perhaps I've got a replacement, but the windscreen there appears to be intact, albeit fallen down, but of course we can, you know, polish that out and make sure that it stays up here for next time. But yeah, that's a lovely little thing. And I don't think I've even restored a Husky yet. No, I have done, because I remember it was an absolute pain in the bum trying to get the base off of these, actually. I think I tried to perhaps drill and tap, and I think ultimately the best way to do it is just remove the flange and glue these ones back on. If I remember rightly, I'll have to review my last Husky footage and try and learn from my previous mistakes or annoyance. Okay, so here we have a couple of BP tankers. They're actually plastic base, but what are they called? The Ergomatic cab. And yeah, would have had BP decals on both of these. Another one that I've not yet done, but I will do. But this is one that I have done before. This one's in a bit of a sorry state. We are missing a... Actually, if I remember rightly, the one that I'd done was exactly the same. This rear end here had snapped off, but I still had it because it was attached to the base. This one, unfortunately, we've lost that now. But of course, this is a Matchbox. It's an old Lesney, a Benz ambulance. So that's right, and a Mercedes-Benz Benz ambulance. A bit of a mouthful, but I yeah, restored this. I think I put some red crosses on there, and it looked quite nice. We're missing a part of the front as well, the headlights, which are a part of the base here. So this one's certainly looking a bit sorry for itself, but for spares we're missing as well the rear hatch, of course, you know. But this will go in the parts, and you know, perhaps I've got another one that may need to use some wheels or a windscreen. And then last but not least, this is a number 44 Bus Mustang, and this is another one that I recently customised. Look, so this was a kind of my son's request of colours and wheels, so that's what I've done to the one that I had, which, well, in my opinion, is very nice. But yeah, this is how they start. Of course, this one's missing the bonnet there, which would have been in black. But yeah, you can put some lovely details in these cars, you see. But anyway, Barry, thank you so very much. This is a huge box which I shall certainly be taking many spares, but also you'll see some videos of me restoring some of these and customizing them, this is one of my favorites certainly, but I don't know what to do with that. I want to, of course, first of all try and find a replacement windscreen. The Rover, beautiful. If I can find some spares for that, certainly, you know, same again, the Lamborghini, it's a great car, and I need to do something with that. The little Husky, some of these aeroplanes as well. But there was one in particular that I thought I was gonna definitely jump on. What was it? This Corgi Junior's Range Rover Police. Now, like I say, I don't have any police decals, so I'm going to take away the police and give it over, I think, to the ambulance service, get some wheels on this, paint it up, and I'm hoping that you'll like it. Thanks again, Barry, and thanks for everybody else that has watched this whole entire video. The restoration of this car will be at the beginning, the unboxing at the end, as usual, and I appreciate it again, and hopefully you like it, and I'll speak to you all soon.